So here's questions 7 to 12. And the key thing about substitution is that replace the letters with open brackets, and that way you can be lazy. You can just use the calculator to do all the sums for you. And I'll just show you here that if I just go 3 open bracket minus 2 squared minus 5, all the negatives will be taken care of by the calculator. Okay, so that's easy with the calculator and open brackets. I'm going to do the same thing here. So I'll just replace it. We're replacing m and x, and so I put that there. We're not replacing n, so that doesn't have a bracket. So I can do, if I'm not confident about this, in fact, it's probably a good idea just to check this stuff with a calculator. Yeah, so this 16 times 3 is 48, but let's be sure. Okay, okay, so that's 48. This is minus 4n, and this is 12. Okay, so let's make that positive by changing sides. So that gives me positive 4n, and now I've got 48 minus 12. So this has gone from right to left and changed sign, and this has gone from left to right and changed sign. So I get 4n is equal to 36. Divided by 4 gives you 9. Okay, so that was 7. Number 8 was a set question, and here we just need to remember which way. It's probably easiest to remember that U for union, which means that the thing you're looking for can be in either set or indeed in both. And this one is just in both, okay? And you can see I've ringed the ones that are in both, and so that's UPER, and I've ringed everything. Here everything is included, but I don't write the bit that's in both twice, so it's just everything, okay? But I don't write UPER twice. Here, x are prime numbers, y is a factor of 12. Is it true, okay, that the intersection where they overlap is empty? That's what that means, the empty set. And the answer is no, it's not true, okay, because it turns out that 2 is a prime number. It's the only even prime number. 2 is prime and a factor of 12, so it's not true. And here all we do is just remember that 6 can be written as 6 to the power 1, and we add the indices, we get 6 to the power 8. Here, when you raise a power to the power, you multiply the indices, so we get 9 to the power 14. In this one, I've rewritten the division as a divide like this, so 5 here would add the indices, okay, so the indices would be 3 plus n, and if we're dividing, we subtract the indices, and so that should equal 4, and I just solve that equation and I get n is equal to 7. Number 10, I've got, now these days you have to remember the area of a circle is pi r squared. I've got half a pi r squared and half a pi r squared. 2 halves make a whole, so pi r squared is these regions here, and that gives me 4,208.35 and so on. And then here the radius is 36.6, so the diameter is twice as big as the radius, so 73.2. Multiply those two together, I get 6222. Added them all together. Very common when people round to 3 significant figures, they sometimes just leave the number at 104. Well, 104 isn't anywhere close to this number, which is 10,430. So remember to maintain your place value, okay, by adding the extra zeros in. Obviously 3 is low, so I round it down. And then in the last question, we've got 11 and 12 to go. So this was standard SOHCAHTOA, except for the fact it was the harder one, where the X is at the bottom. So I've labelled my signs, I've written my SOHCAHTOA, I've realised it's sign 52, and I found out that the X is at the bottom. Now you don't have to put this step in, this is a completely optional step, okay, but I like to put it in to show you that it's not magic, we're not randomly moving things about. What I got rid of the fraction by multiplying by X both sides, so I ended up with just this bit here, X sine 52 equals X, the X is moved over here, and then I've divided away the sine 52, okay, so that it cancels, and you're left with X on the left, and you get 6.8 over sine 52. Now I know a lot of you are very comfortable just moving from here to here, and that's not a problem. And again, I've written out the full number. Okay, if you don't write out full number, you are running a risk of losing method marks. 9 is high, so that needs to round up to 8.63, okay, to 3SF. If you wrote 8.62, you would lose a mark. And then finally, we've got a standard form question where we have 4.2 times 10 to the power 6, multiplying by 10 6 times means jumping the decimal 6 times. And dividing by 10 4 times means jumping the decimal to the left 4 times, which gives us this number here. And then finally, we've got, when you're comparing the size of standard form questions, it's really easy. All you do is look at the powers. Okay, it's irrelevant what the front numbers are, because they're all just between 1 and 10. So here, this is the smallest number because this one is dividing by 10 9 times. Okay, so you can see dividing by 10 9 times, dividing by 10 8 times, dividing by 7, dividing by 10 7 times. So that is the largest number.